Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.
If you're looking to level up your surfing, JWC has got a couple of ways to get you moving forward. I'm running in-person surf coaching sessions here in Portugal with flexible dates, so if you're traveling through or planning a trip, we can lock in a few sessions and work on exactly what your surfing needs. And thanks to our collaboration with SurfRec, the AI robotic filming system now operating in Ribeira de Ilhas and Carcavelos, you can get footage of your sessions. Just send me 5 clips and I break down every detail for you. But even if you're not in Portugal, no problem. You can send me up to 5 waves from anywhere in the world. Surf trip to Indo, comp heats, or your local surf break. Even wave pools. If you got the footage, I'm happy to analyze it. If you want to dive deeper into SurfRec, check out our Podcast Portugal episode 50 with Zé Ferreira to book surf coaching sessions, to find out more about our immersive surf training camp schedule, online video analysis program, and special JWC rates for using SurfRec. Head to justinwestcoaching.com. Direct links in the show notes. This is Justin West from Podcast Portugal. In this episode of Podcast Portugal, we talk to Caroline and Gianni. Gianni is a good friend of mine, and we first met when he started a surf coaching program with me a few years ago. They lead very interesting cross-Atlantic lives, and I invited them on the show to talk about setting up and how they came to their business idea of a recovery centre up near Santa Cruz, just a little bit north of Lisbon in Portugal. I am a full crazy person when it comes to saunas. I've been religiously doing saunas for, 10 years, as many times a week as possible. Not so much these days, unfortunately, just because of logistics. I am a full advocate of these types of therapies. And, I really wanted to spread the word of their significant evidence-based health benefits. Gianni, Caroline, a very big warm welcome to you guys.
Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hey. Let's kick off first. Let's have a little bit of a background about you guys. Gianni, I know a lot about you because, we've had lots of discussions and lunches and stuff like that. But Caroline, I don't really know much about your background and then sort of what led you firstly to Portugal, and then the idea of setting up a business and becoming an entrepreneur here.
Yeah, so we are both from Italy, and when we started hanging out together, we were living in Milan, and then life brought us to Los Angeles for a few years, and it was there that we started to see how this recovery sauna and cold plunge spots were actually part of the routine of people living in California. And we observed for some years. And then when we had our first child, we decided to move to Portugal because it seems like a better place to have a life, a family life. So we moved to Algarve first in the south of Portugal. We stayed there for 3 years. And then life again brought us to Huntington Beach, California. And so we spent almost a year there as a family. So we had the chance to experiment the life in the US with 2 little kids. And then again, life told us that probably wasn't the right place for us. So we decided to move back to Europe. And while we were looking for a place to stay, the only options that really matched our lifestyle and what we like was Portugal again. So we firstly looked into a Ribeira area, and then for some reason we ended up in Santa Cruz, which is actually an amazing place, 45 minutes from Lisbon. So when we moved here, I have to be honest, um, we felt like part of a community from the beginning. And so one night, do you remember? We were talking like, what should we do in here? Because we just bought our house. We want to be more part of this community, this area. So we wanted actually to invest. And while we were thinking, oh, what should we do? So should we build a gym, a Pilates spot? I don't know. And then we were like, oh, do you remember? Because Jenny was going to this sauna and cold plunge spots like almost every morning when we were living in California. So I said, oh, probably should we just bring that idea to Portugal because doesn't seem that there's a lot of spaces like this here. And so we started from there.
Yeah, it's such a great origin story, and I think you guys actually offer a lot of value because you have so much experience of moving from one place to another place to another place to another place, and I think the audience, a lot of them are sort of sitting in probably California or the US, thinking about Portugal, possibly dreaming, possibly thinking, what can we do, and what's it going to be like for our kids? What's it? And, some people also might be living in Portugal and thinking about their next journey, their next step, and where they go next. So, what do you think some of the reasons were that you felt like Portugal would be a better life for your kids? We don't need to get too personal, but just some general things. What do you think?
The lifestyle in general, safety
Okay.
first probably, and I think an easy lifestyle, like enjoying nature, enjoying small things, is more enjoying like going for a walk instead of always searching for um something big to do during the day.
Mm,
Like in LA, we were thinking about where should we bring the kids in, like malls or inside playground, something like that. And here we are like, let's go for a walk. Let's go see the sunset. Let's go see the waves. Small things. And I think is this, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, our lifestyle is not, let's say, I don't want to say normal, but I travel quite extensively for work. This is one of the reasons why we moved 8 times in 9 years that we've been together. I think that a priority for me while I continue to do what I do and keep traveling was obviously to be close to an airport, which Lisbon Airport is quite good actually, better than most of other airports in Europe. But was to actually have my family in a place where anytime I leave, I don't have to worry about it too much.
Mhm.
Obviously, I do miss them, but we had the chance to move again in a bigger city. Could have been Milan, and collectively we decided to actually have smaller houses and commute more, but have our kids grow in a place that as Carol said, is safe. It's actually even inspiring because the community, something that maybe we didn't found so much in Algarve. We had obviously some really good people that we met. I mean, you obviously, and other few friends, some surfers, some entrepreneur, but we have a really tight knit of friends. And here, we're all welcome differently. I think here, obviously, people live all year, and this is their house, and it's not like their vacation home.
Mm.
But yeah, the community is really interesting, very cosmopolitan,
And
and
very welcoming.
yeah, very welcoming. And it just felt the right thing to give back to a place that welcomed us. And yeah, and then to be completely honest, you spoke about your passion for saunas, and I'm a little recovery center nerd. I've been in many places. I tried from cryotherapy to floating tank to IVs to sauna, cold plunges, red light, so hyperbaric chamber, all that stuff. So I think that, to be honest, I wanted to. We have a big terrace on our rooftop on our building, and I actually wanted to put a sauna, cold plunge there for me. But I was like, okay, why? If I have to make the investment, why don't we try to make it a business?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great idea, and I love the idea. I love the concept. I love the styling. Everything you've made is really good, and I think it's the type of thing that the community needs for sure. And look, we can talk. I've got some statistics here about and some really good research that's been done in Finland by a guy called Dr. Jari Laukkanen. I don't know if you guys have heard about him, but
yes,
he literally shows that in really good studies that using the sauna 2 to 4 times per week cuts cardiac events by up to 20% and up to 60% if you use a sauna daily. I mean, these kind of statistics are just, amazing, and they're really good population studies as well. So the long-term health outcomes for sauna use is really crazy, and I really want people to know about it, and it's so important, longevity. I mean, you guys are still young, but I'm not so young, but we have kids similar age, and always my concern is trying to stay fit and healthy so that my son, we can still do things when he's getting older and in his teens, in his 20s, we can go and do activities together. It's my worst nightmare for him to be pushing me around in a wheelchair. So longevity for me is super important, and even like sauna doesn't end there with cardiac events. It's shown to have to reduce Alzheimer's, to help with dementia, to help with depression. It's really, really crazy. And sort of what has been the response locally? I mean, what is your client base in up near it's actually literally at Santa Cruz, isn't it? I saw on the map you're literally just about over the ocean there.
Yeah, it's basically Praia Azul, which is part of Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
It's 4 minutes by car from the center of Santa Cruz. So we are also in a surf spot.
Mm-hmm.
So Praia Azul is known in the area because
It's a great
people
spot.
come to surf. So which is good for us because they can go surfing and then they can stop by, for example. So a part of our clients are athletes, so surfers. We have a big community of people riding bicycles.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, cyclists, yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
or runners, or people that do endurance sport. It can be high rocks or Ironmans and like that those kind of trainings as well.
Mm-hmm. And
And
apparently as
then
well that sort of high temperature, the getting used to getting your body used to higher temperatures in the sauna and gradually extending the temperatures and how long you stay in there. Apparently that actually helps cardiovascular exercise as well because it trains your body to be used to higher temperatures. So when you're running a marathon or whatever, it's actually effective training for these sort of long distance athletes and
Correct.
intensity workouts. It's crazy.
Correct. I mean, I think that you mentioned, wisely, the studies that have been done, especially in Finnish sauna. This is what we have, because at the beginning we were contemplating if to use a infrared light sauna or Finnish sauna. So we went, with Finnish sauna. So, with obviously, heater and stones, and obviously the temperature, it's much higher. In a infrared light, it goes to 55 to 60 degrees maximum. In a Finnish sauna, I can go up, from 80 to 90 to 100, depending on
That's Fahrenheit,
people.
right?
Yeah.
Fahrenheit, that's
Yeah.
Celsius.
Yeah.
You're kind of going you're going American with your temperature
Yeah.
readings there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. But I think that obviously it's good for people that are looking for longevity or are dealing with any cardiovascular system issues, or again just want to improve their well-being. But also it's great for athletes because, as you mentioned, sauna, especially after training, has been shown that improves the VO2 max, by 2%. The VO2 max is basically once your body, the tolerance of your body to not go into a stress mode, and it's the breakthrough of your oxygen basically.
Mhm.
So it's actually super good for all the athletes. I use it myself. I do it after training, and it's improving my resistance, and it's improving just the way my body handles stress. And as you said, when you go into the sauna, your heart is pumping almost like if you were training. So it's actually a great
Yeah.
tool for the heart as well.
Yeah, it's also like it's one of the things I was thinking about a lot, and I was looking into it because I don't know if you know, but I bent my knee backwards in jiu-jitsu, so I was kind of not training, not doing anything for like 2-3 months, and sauna was something that I was thinking I really need to get to because it actually creates a mild cardiovascular load. It make, like you were saying, it gets your heart pumping. It's very similar to low intensity exercise. So if you're injured, you don't need to be bedridden. Go and get in the sauna, and it's going to help the recovery process. It's not going to let you atrophy too much. You can kind of maintain a little bit your levels of cardiovascular fitness. If you haven't already switched to Revolut, now is the perfect time. I use Revolut Personal to manage my everyday money, spending, saving, sending across borders. You can hold over 30 currencies, transfer internationally at great rates, and even earn daily interest on your savings. It's smart, fast, and used by more than 60 million people worldwide. And if you run a business, Revolut has even more powerful solutions. Revolut Business gives you a global account built for growth, multi-currency accounts, team cards, spending controls, international transfers, and easy ways to get paid. It's streamlined, affordable, and designed to scale with your business. Here's the best part. Sign up for Revolut Personal with my link below and join me on one of the most advanced money apps available. And if you're a founder or a business owner, use my Revolut Business referral link and get your first month with no subscription fees. Whether it's for your personal finances or your business, Revolut has you covered, all in one place.
Absolutely. Yeah. And that's also sauna. It's one part of what we have in our center. Our center obviously, it's named after our kids.
I was wondering.
Yeah. It's the name is ASYO, and it comes from a stormy ocean. So our son's name is Storm,
Mhm.
and our daughter is Ocean. So kind of it was something also to give to them. Hopefully, when they grow up, we're still gonna be around, and probably and hopefully have more spots. To bring people in this community. But it's also kind of it also describes what the spot is, because you have your calm time where you can be in the sauna or can be outside in the bed with like the infrared light, because we do have infrared light. It's just outside, and you can do it either on a yoga mat or on a chaiselong. And then we have the stormy part, which is the cold water. And it's actually, many studies have also shown how good it is to uh, put yourself into a situation where at the beginning our mindset and our body actually do not want to go in. And actually this stimulates our vagus nerve, which is super important for our health and our well-being. And yeah, it's the cold water. So we have two cold plunges. One it's 6 degrees and the other one is 15. And it's been actually amazing, the results of going to cold water, how much has reduced our anxiety level, stress level, which are normal in this day and age, and especially with the traveling and all that. Yeah, it's been amazing to see, and we see also people really loving that part as well.
Yeah, because you have a jet set lifestyle, you guys, and and we hadn't talked yet a little bit about the fashion couture and all that. So I'm guessing like you balance it quite nicely. You're away, you're in LA, you're in Milan, you're doing sort of fashion shows and traveling all over the place, and then you come back and you get a little bit of peaceful Portugal time, and then in your center you have you can switch off from the world a little bit, and it's almost like a form of meditation, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, both of us have suffered from anxiety, or highly stressed periods. As you mentioned, my job is demanding, but and it's also allows us to live this lifestyle and to do what we do. But also for Carol is not easy to follow me around and raise two kids and all that. So obviously, you know, um, anxiety comes into play, or again, as I said, heavy stress periods. And I think we are the first customer of our concept of ASYO, and that's the beauty. When you like something that you do,
Yeah.
it becomes obviously much more gratifying. And yeah, it's either I think that it's important also to understand the different benefits of the three services that we use, and how to use them, in a depending on how you're feeling, or what you train, or what have you done before. I think we've now gathered the experience to even guide people for what's best for their current state.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. I was talking to a relocation specialist, and she was saying that some of the visas now that they're offering are sort of for people who want to invest in. Well, she was talking about salons or like laundrettes and stuff like that. But it could be nice for somebody who wants to get a visa and to sort of have almost like a ready-made investment in Portugal to do like a franchising of your type of company. And what do you think, what are your next steps? Have you got like a 5-year plan for ASYO? And or have you thought much more about just chilling in the thing and keeping it nice and easy and keeping it for the local community?
Unfortunately, my mindset is clicked on
It's
business.
what I thought.
That's what I do for a living. But I think that uh, you know investing in something that also makes me feel good, it's even more gratifying and more important. But yes, we are speaking with local partners, local excellence, I would say, because I think that the area offers so much. Obviously, Lisbon is renowned for, after COVID, it became the hotspot. But what happens outside actually maybe is not so known. But there are, many centers or many entrepreneurs, wellness hotels
Yeah.
and retreat centers that are really fantastic around us, and we're a fan of their work, and we're speaking with some of them and understanding what the next step for us. um but I think yes, we are thinking about the next steps. I think that the beauty of ASIO and where it is now, because it's part of inside of a functional training gym, which is called Synergy. And there's two amazing trainers that are, we train with them as well, but they're very good, and supporting athletes, supporting people with like pains and things like that. But we are inside a gym, and I think that we see partnership with other professionals being the key of our growth.
Yeah, I'd like to see. I have that nice, the strength of branding, and it's just for for you to have like a network of ASYO centers all over the place, whether it's in gyms, nice hotels, boutique, monks like us, maybe one day in the future, it would be really, really cool. It's definitely something that I have in my vision. And like you say, it's simply first it's because I want my own sauna and cold plunge pool would be something I would try as well. I haven't, apart from when I was with my grandfather in traditional baths we used to have in the UK. I haven't done really cold plunge. We used to have a big deep freeze in one of the gyms I trained in Saudi, where you literally, it was like a meat freezer, where you hang like cows and stuff. You would go in there and after training and get the pretty low temperatures, but not cold plunge. It's something I definitely am interested in. That's something in the future that I want on here on the Mont, for sure.
There's some people, of course, our clients that already tried, or they come from like North Europe, so it's in their culture to do the sauna and cold plunges, for example. So I have some people coming in there like, oh yeah, I already know, I'm gonna go straight to the 6 degrees plunge, and I'm like, oh okay, But there's a big part also of our clients that never tried this before, and it's amazing to follow their journey because they start slowly with the 15, which is the ocean temperature. So in some hand, they are used to that temperature because when they go to the beach, they go to the ocean, and that's the temperature. But the feeling is different when you are doing it like in a cold plunge. So they start with that, and then after 2-3 times, they are like, they are curious. They wanna push more. They wanna see how their body can handle the 6 degrees. So it's also nice to see how people evolve in this process, and they push themselves and they achieve the goal. They have results. They can stay 3 minutes, no problem, in the 6 degrees after like a sort of training during some sessions, and they are so happy when they get out. They are so relaxed. They are so proud of themselves because they really push their body, but in a good way with good results. So it's so nice to see this process on them, and it's crazy how the cold water helps our bodies with inflammation, to focus more, to have more energy. So when I explain this to people while they're in the cold water, it actually really helps. Let's say that the benefits helps a lot people to push themselves and do it.
I
So
think
we
that
are.
I agree with you. Like that it's probably that sort of mental challenge you got of conquering your own urges and feelings to get out of the pool, and it's that conquering that mind over matter. There's a kind of quite deep spiritual and meditative sort of qualities there, and it's backed up by the science. Cold exposure triggers powerful nervous system and hormone responses. Very much linked to resilience and mood. And there is a lot of research also connects cold immersion to reduce depressive symptoms. I read somewhere from one piece of research, I can't remember what it was, but they were saying that just a single cold plunge can improve your mood for 6 weeks. That is crazy, and they can prove that because simply the neurochemicals which are released, or I'm not sure how it actually works scientifically, but they have evidence to suggest that they see huge improvements in people's depressive states or resilience or mood enhancement for 6 weeks. It's really crazy.
Yeah, and we see it, and obviously the cold exposure also force you to breathe, and also force your, once you get into the cold water, the extremities become really, really cold because your body, your heart and your body like are saying, okay, this is like attack mode. Let's protect the vital organs, and you can live without a finger, or and so like the thing is, what happened is that your body starts to go into kind of a shock mode, and you actually start pumping less, and trying to kind of save energy. And what this does is, when you come out, your body's like, wait, I might be pumping way too much just to sit on the couch and watch TV, because when I go into a stress mode, that's what I did. So actually what happens is that your heart rate slows down, um, and you kind of become more resilient to stress. And that's also then again helps with many moods, and state that obviously are not so pleasant, for that we kind of put our stress on our body for sometimes no reason. So as you said, it's not just, okay, I go in the cold plunge and I have a sore muscle, I come out and I feel better. It's all the psychological and benefit that you get. And once you do both, which is obviously called contrast therapy. So you go in the sauna for 10 to 15 minutes, and the cold plunge for 1 to 3 minutes, and you do it 3 times. That also change, that exposure from heat to cold. It's really, really important for our cardiovascular system. And yeah, there's nothing like it.
Good. Amazing. Do you guys get any sort of referrals from the hospitals and clinics? Do you think modern medicine and modern and health centers and things, do you think they're caught up with the idea yet, or do you think they're just still focused on prescribing drugs for depression or statins
maybe,
for reducing cardiac stress?
Yeah, maybe not the traditional clinic.
Old style.
Yeah, clinics. Obviously, they have bills to pay, and they probably are running on the same thing as they used to do 20 years ago or 30 years ago. But we have, as I said before, amazing facilities around us, and I think they're popping up, in most places where they we have this amazing clinic which is called Torres in Torres Vedras, that they do not only physiotherapy and chiropractors and all this, but they do ozone therapy. They do like amazing treatments that are, let's say, the new way of handling and dealing with any type of situation. So yeah, I mean, we work with them, we work with other people as well, and we really again work with the community, and they work with us, so that's the most important thing.
We also have some doctors are our clients. They come like regularly, and they are enjoying it a lot. So this made me guess that they are they are into it. Also, even if they are they're how can I say,
restricted?
They're not. Yes,
in their protocols.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's I was reading that about longevity and what normally triggers sort of death. Why do we die? Why does the body age? Why do the cells go through processes that eventually die? And one of the biggest factors of leading to death is stress. And of course we live, perhaps, I don't know, but perhaps we live in quite stressful lifestyles and stressful ways. We have a lot of input from screens, which keep us on the edge, keeps our mind racing, and we're dealing with a lot of sort of global news, which we shouldn't really be having to deal with. Lots of uncertainty, war, and as a human soul, we're dealing with so much, and I think we need to think about counterbalancing these stresses by using therapies like you guys provide. And thank you for bringing this concept and to Portugal and to more different areas than just Lisbon or Porto or the Algarve. This is one of the things that I'm really interested in, is seeing investment just outside of the normal places, and it makes more sense as well because you have less competition. And there is the market there, as you guys are proving. This is it's a really cool business. It's a really cool therapy, and I'm super happy that you guys are doing it. So, what is the best way that people, the audience, can get in touch with you and contact with you and experience your therapies themselves?
We have our Instagram page, ASYO Recovery Centre. We have a website. We are now launching the new website.
Okay,
So,
brilliant.
yes, it's gonna take like other 10 days, and then we're gonna be live with a new one.
Okay.
Probably easier to book, easier to also have like a part of explanation on what we do, on the benefits that we don't have now in the current website.
Yeah.
And I mean, on Google it's easy to find us. The location is super nice. You can come here, just walk to the beach, walk to the cliffs. They're amazing. The view is insane. So you can also combine like family walk and the nature before and after coming to ASYO.
Okay, so it's let's spell it out. It's ASYO, that's ASYO Recovery Centre. That's on Instagram tag. And the new website, the current website is asyo.eu, that's correct?
Yeah, it's gonna be the same, www.asyo.eu. It's just gonna change the...
It's more the layout than anything.
Yeah.
The
Okay,
website
brilliant.
stays the same.
All right, brilliant. So we can still leave the same website,
Yes.
the URL.
Yes,
there.
yes.
Okay, perfect.
And and we'll wait for you to drive up and be our guest.
Yeah, man, I'm just waiting for all this weather to, it's what it's like at the moment. It's completely crazy. The thought of being in the sauna as well with the storms outside is very attractive. No, we're going to. We've got plans we need to go up to Ediceto and visit some friends, and definitely we're going to come and see you guys up there as well, and it would be really nice. Our kids have not even, I don't think our kids have met each other yet, right?
No.
It's something that we had an idea to do at one point, like the kids surfing together. But then Martine wasn't so keen on surfing, as it is. Well, guys, I really thank you, and stay on the line. We'll talk a little bit just to close up, but for the sake of the podcast, this is Justin West from Podcast Portugal, thanking Carol and Gianni from ASYO Recovery Centre. This is Justin West, out. Planning a trip to Portugal? Whether you're exploring Lisbon, surfing in Ediceto, or road tripping through the Alentejo, staying connected is essential. I use Airalo every time I travel, even on some surfboat trips, adventures to the Maldives. So when we connected to collaborate, I was really genuinely happy. Airalo's eSIMs give you instant data the moment you land in a foreign country. No queues, no physical SIM cards, just seamless, reliable coverage. Travel smarter, stay connected, download Airalo before your next adventure. Follow this link in the show notes to get connected today.
Walking past another conductor makes me want to build a fusion reactor. Starting just with the basic switch, connecting poles and energy. Mom says focus on geography, all the things I can learn with that machine. I need some fuel, I need a monster now. I'm the last to come, the cloud. Won't you go, star friend? Don't let it get burned. Don't let it get burned. Don't let it get all the way downtown with a little bit of luck, a little bit of luck. I'm gonna level up, oh no. I'm stuck with March, the fellow man. It's keeping me from my romance, testing history, the mystery of the century. Stop the train, I'm getting out. Stop the train, I'm getting out. Stop the train, I'm getting out. Stop the train, I'm getting out.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.